Sunday service, Cappy continues. Dear Cappy, too long didn't read. Should we move to Texas now or later? Additionally, just because you can retire early, should you? Background. We, husband and wife, are in our early 30s and live in the Midwest. We're child-free. I would not describe us as minimalist, more like minimalist-ish, given our combined incomes. He makes six figures working in an IT home, and I make six figures as well, combination between my work and military benefits. We are minimalish, given that we both have clothes from college, secondhand furniture, and a night on the town is at most $60. The finances, we plan to have our house paid off this year or at the latest early next year. Current Zillow value is what is worth is approximately $230,000. We have no other debt. We both own our vehicles outright, have $50,000 cash and $440,000 in diversified portfolio. How old are you guys? Early 30s. All right. You don't have enough for retirement. Diversified in index funds and Bitcoin. While we're financially in great shape, we're not certain what we would do if we retired early. All the normies are in so much debt and or children that's a pain in the ass to get them to do anything for ourselves. It's over. That has nothing to do with your retirement question. Just give up on your friends. Give up on your family. Give up on your friends. They're not going to hang out. You'll see them once, maybe twice a year. It'll be a good time. They like you. They're fit. They love you. But you're just not. I have a really philosophical economic question. If I don't spend time with you, no matter how much you like me, are we still friends? Not that I don't like that person either. And then you got to pull people's teeth to get out. It's, while we're in great shape financially, not certain when we do retire. Additionally, one of the motivating factors is work sucks. Profound, I know. My husband enjoys his job and can do it remotely, but I cannot. And my skill set is very lucrative, narrow, and miserable. Just to capture how miserable my field is, I know many professionals, male and females, who say, screw making 80,000. I'm going back to college and cross-training in fields that make less. I get the added advantage of being a diversity hire, and then I'm a disabled female veteran, so I don't foresee not having job opportunities. Given our current odd economy, it seems risky to move right now. I'm ready to be done, but I also want to make sure we have enough assets so that we can, as you state, enjoy the decline. Well, I'll tell you now, you don't have enough to retire because you guys are so young, and between the both of you, you got $500,000 cash or the retirement funds essentially. And that's got to grow, and you can't withdraw on that. You got to let that sit in your accounts and have the capital appreciation over time because money printer go burr. And then your house, you got to live in it. So like you say, well, we got a house. Well, it's like, yeah, but if you liquidate your house, I don't factor my house in my retirement because it's like, well, then where would I live? And rent is going to be more pricey in the future. So you guys cannot retire now. You need to continue working. I lost my place. I'm ready to be done, but I also want to make sure we have enough assets so we can enjoy the decline. I also don't want to cause bitterness if we move and he continues to work and I don't. I have my military pension, but that's nowhere near the money I'm pulling in from working. I also don't want to wait until we are in our 60s to retire because I already have physical limitations and struggles that is only going to get worse for me. We have a lot of reasons to go and retire, half retired to Texas, and a lot of reasons to stay. Any advice would be appreciated. Stop being stingy and make your contacts form box bigger. How big does a contacts form box have to be? Don't read this. Do. All right. Well, you got a good pension there for the rest of your days. So you would be contributing financially. And let's put it this way. You also have contributed in serving your country. All right. So you got disabled. I think you've paid your dues to society and carrying yourself very well. But here's what I wouldn't move necessarily now. But what I would do is toss a couple resumes. Have you guys, okay, number one, have you guys traveled Texas? Do you know where you want to live in Texas? Are you San Antonio people? Are you Dallas people? Are you Fort Worth people? Are you Houston people? Are you parasitic pieces of worthless, degenerate crap that don't contribute anything to Texas, let alone the world? Austin people. Where do you want to go? Have you found a house? Have you done any house hunting? So I get some boots on the ground down there and figure out where you want to go before, like, oh, let's sell and go. That's going to be at least, and I do it now rather than later because it's going to get hot down there in the next couple months. Do you want West Texas? Do you want to be by Louisiana? Do you want to be by the Gulf? Do you want to be in the north and look at tornadoes? What do you want? It's a big state. So that's the first thing you got to do. Second thing, if you're going to feel guilty not having a job, we'll toss some resumes down there. And right, if you're disabled and female, you could probably get some kind of government job. It maybe not as high pay or anything, but you'll be contributing. And I think your husband loves you, understands that you're disabled. I don't hear anything about him like, you better work, woman, dang, we're going to be down in Texas. My woman works. And you do, but there's nothing wrong if it takes you a little bit to find a job. But ideally, find out where you want to live first. Secondarily, you start tossing some resumes down there. Tertiarily, you get a realtor and you start looking for houses and, oh, you got a job offer. All right, there you go. Talk to your husband. Make sure he agrees with this plan or whichever plan you guys figure out. But yeah, whereas right now, let me tell you what you feasibly can do. Yeah, you guys can pick up and get down there. Like if you want to get out of the state you're in, not deal with snow ever again. Yeah, you could do it. You have the freedom. You guys don't have children. It's one of the benefits of not having children is that you are a lot more mobile. And if your husband can work remotely, by all means, go. And if it bothers you, like, but I won't have a job, talk to your husband. It's not like you wouldn't find a job in 3 months. He's not expecting you to be living there, parasiting off of them, eating bonbons, watching some telenovas or whatever. So, like, if you want to get out, yeah, you can probably do it. Put your house on the market. Sell it, go down there, figure out where it's going to be a while, but you're probably going to have to rent somewhere month to month. It'll be a little bit pricey. Find out where you want to be. Spend some time finding a house. Find the right house that's for you. Buy the house. Boom, there you go. That could all be done before fall this upcoming fall. I mean, if things went really good. But it sounds like a little bit more measured, patient approach. That's probably a bit more wise or mature. But you're going to have to invest some time. Go down to Texas. Take a look at it. Figure out where you want to go. Now we figured out where we want to go. All right, well, let's start applying for jobs for you. And then you get a job. Doesn't have to pay that much, just enough so you carry your own weight. Boom. You're down in Texas. I don't know what's stingy. Whiskey Libertarian for $5. Thank you, Whiskey Libertarian. And the Competent Man. We missed a $20 donation from the Competent Man. In Sunday Night Film Group, I know a guy that works special effects for movies. I asked him if he was going to move up to director. He told me that if he wanted to order actors around, he would get a job as a manager in a restaurant. That's a good joke. If you want to order actors around, you get a manager. That's good. That's good. All right. All right. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.